This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Welcome back to the Lady Tiger Fast Pitch Complex. And we are just under here, game number 2 of our doubleheader. Marissa Hernandez leading things off here for Mayfield. A 2-2 count and a ground ball that just sneaks under the glove of Amani Kosum over at third. And it'll be a leadoff single for Hernandez. And the change that we kind of expected as I was wrapping up the first broadcast, that Iceland Ortiz is going to pitch this second game. And she is. And you also have Haley Evans behind home plate. And at least I believe she is. I'm trying to tell. Okay, so Granados is at short and Lesentine is at second. Pitch is a little bit high. Here comes the throw to second by Evans, not quite in time. And it'll be a runner on second with nobody outs and a 1-0 count here to Jackie Morales. So the rest of the setup here for each team. And a swing and a strike. And it's 1-1. The Lady Tigers with Haley Evans behind home plate, Sydney Lesentine at second, Mariah Granados at short, Kosum's at third, Daly's at first, just as they were in the first game, Herrera out in center, Alexis Rodriguez in right, and then Madison Ruiz is playing left field here in the second game. Here's the pitch from Ortiz, and that's going to be in there for a strike 1-2. Runner on second with nobody out. Alamogordo got the crucial win in game 1 to probably lock up the district, or second place in district, I should say. Just getting a piece of that was Morales to stay alive in the at-bat, and the count is 1-2. Lineup for the Lady Trojans. Hernandez moves from the bottom of the order to the top of the order in this game. She's going to pitch in this one as well. Morales. And this is a ground ball up the middle. It'll be stabbed, and a throw to first will be in time. As Granados makes the play. Runner does advance to third on the play. And it'll be a 6-3 put out. One down with the runner on third, and Addison Gamboa will come out. And she's got a hoodie on here for game number 2. The winds have died down a little bit, thankfully, so that'll help things out a bit. And doesn't quite side corner for Ortiz well. Rest of the lineup for Mayfield. Annalise Perez in the cleanup spot. Andrea Pondo is hitting fifth. Aaliyah Lada is in the number 6 spot. And looking for the outside corner is Ortiz. Can't quite spot that. Ronnie Gallegos still hits 7th. Emma Enoch is catching this game. And the DP is Layla Lazarin. So a couple new names in the lineup for Mayfield here in game number 2. And that one is going to be a foul ball. Looks like it went off the butt end of the bat for Gamboa, and it'll be 2-1. Runner on third and one down. Here's the pitch. And a check swing and stays high. Count goes to 3-1. And into the box comes the hitter Gamboa. Here comes the pitch. And a ground ball foul, and we'll take the count full as it shoots up the third base line. Mayfield coach in the third base box. Made a nice play on that. 3-2. Here's the pitch. This is outside, and it's a walk. So it's runners in the corners now for Mayfield, top of the first. They got off to a good start in the first game, opened up with a run. Had a 2-0 lead at one point in that game, but Alamogordo would take a 3-2 lead and then add on one more and hold on for a 4-3 win in game number 1. Annalise Perez comes up and looking to bunt, brings it back. Here comes the throw that is, boy, that was interesting. It looked like Lesentine was going to cut it off just in case the runner was going to try to advance from third, and actually snuck through to Granados, and she very nearly tagged out Gamboa, but she moves up to second on the stolen base. Second and third now for Mayfield with one down, and it's 0-1 to Perez. Bounces back to Granada, or I should say to Evans. Evans will get to her left and keep the runner at third. And the count evens up here at 1-1. into the windup in the pitch. And gets the call on the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Ortiz could definitely use a strikeout here and just be able to focus on the hitter. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as she went chasing after one outside, and Ortiz picks up the strikeout. Can't say enough how positive thing it is for the Lady Tigers to be able to have a second pitcher that they can go to. So Lessentine isn't having to pitch both ends of doubleheaders. I know that that certainly helps things a ton. Keeps her a little bit fresher. Here's one hit to left, and Ruiz makes the play, and the inning is over. It was well hit by Pondo, but Ruiz makes the grab, and the inning is over. So the Lady Tigers gave up a leadoff single and a walk, but work out of some trouble with runners on second and third. 2 left on, no runs. It was 1 hit and no Lady Tiger errors, and we go to the home half of the first inning with no score. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Hometown pride. At the Winner's Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winner's Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street.
Cheers to 70 years, Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU is celebrating 70 years with 70 giveaways in 2023. 52 weekly giveaways, 12 monthly giveaways, 4 quarterly giveaways, 1 annual meeting giveaway, and 1 70th celebration giveaway. Be sure to check out OFCU's social media pages for eligibility or visit their website at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Bottom of the first inning here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. I should mention, you may have noticed there was a little bit more time between Game 1 and Game 2. We had a medical emergency with one of the people here watching the game. So we were held off just a little bit due to that. So certainly sending the best to that particular person. And we will get you back into the game here. It's 1-0 the count to the leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers, Maylee Herrera. Lineup's pretty much the same for Alamogordo hitting. Maylee Herrera leads things off. Mariah Granado sitting second, and Sydney Lessentine in the number 3 spot. In there for a called strike on Herrera, 1-1. Evans will clean up, and then it's Amani Kosum in the 5 spot. Alyssa Bautista, the DP again, she'll hit 7th. Alexis Rodriguez hits 8th. Rain Daly 9th. And Iceland Ortiz will round out the lineup, the number 9 spot. Here's a ground ball, and that looks to be a fair ball. That is, and it is all the way out to the corner. And look at Herrera. She's racing around second. She's into third with a stand-up triple. How about that hustle from Maylee Herrera? She shot that up the first base line and the Mayfield coach is coming out and saying that was a foul ball. I thought it hopped over the base and was still in fair territory. I think both the field umpire and the home plate umpire, but that to me looked like it was a fair ball. And it was close, don't get me wrong, but I think the umpires made the right call, and it's a triple for Herrera. And Alamogordo in business right away here as Mariah Granados will step into the batter's box. And here's a line shot to left field and a base hit, and Alamogordo just like that. A leadoff triple and then a single, and Alamogordo is in front 1-0. So Sydney Lessentine will come up to the plate, 2 for 2 in the first game with a walk. By the way, it is Angelina Ramirez to pitch here in game number 2 again for Mayfield. And this one hit high in the air, a pop-up to shallow left field. And back to get after that is the shortstop Morales. And Granados will have to move back to first. So a pop-out on the first pitch to Lessentine, and there's one down. The rest of the defensive setup for Mayfield behind home plate is Emma Enoch. That's a change. First base is Annalise Perez. She was the catcher in the first game. Second baseman is Andrea Pondo. Swing and a miss from Evans, and it's 0-1. And it's Aaliyah Lada, the left fielder. Center fielder is Ronnie Gallegos, and the right fielder is Lacey Alatorre. We just mentioned Morales at short, and Gamboa is at third. Stealing second is going to be Granados, and I believe we got a strike at home plate as well. I believe 0-2. But a stolen base for Granados. And Alamogordo puts another runner in scoring position. The pitch. This is a little bit high. 1-2 the count. 1-0 Alamogordo. We're in the bottom of the first inning. A triple by Meli Herrera, and then the single by Mariah Granados. She stands at second. Evans swings and misses and strikes out. So it's 2 down. And Amani Kosum will come to the plate. Amani stole a base, walked, and scored a run in the first game. Looking for her first hit of the doubleheader. Kosum stepped in. Looked like Ramirez wasn't ready. And now everybody looks ready. I take that back. This is not the same pitcher. I apologize. This one is a grounder that's going to go off Ortiz. Yeah, it's Mercer Hernandez that is pitching. My apologies. I don't know where I had that from. Yeah, Angelina Ramirez not playing here in game number 2. So, yeah. Mercer Hernandez gives up the 1 run there in that first inning. And we are through 1 complete. After Alamogordo gets on the board 1-0, they leave 1 runner on, and we'll head to the top half of the inning with Alamogordo, top half of the second, with Alamogordo leading 1-0. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the NMAA, are the 47,000 high school sports and performing arts students in New Mexico. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
As farmers and ranchers, we're here for each other when times get tough. We talk about the weather, the markets, and the increasing costs of getting by that make our way of life challenging.
But let's also be there for each other during the struggles we don't always talk about. It's okay to open up about farm stress. You're not alone. A healthy farm or ranch is nothing without a healthy you.
Find resources to start the conversation on mental health at Here to Help NM.
Sponsored by the National Institute of Food and Agriculture through the New Mexico Farm and Ranch Stress Assistance Network.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Ground ball to short, and Granados one-hopped it over to first, and it gets away from Daly, and so it'll be an E6 and a runner on second for Mayfield to begin things here in the top of the second inning. 1-0 Alamogordo, as Mariah Granados had singled in Maylee Herrera in the first inning. And here's a ground ball foul on the third base side, 0-1 to Ronnie Gallegos. Iceland Ortiz in the circle for Alamogordo here in game number 2. And she's ready to go. The righty comes up high on the pitch, and bringing the bat back was Gallego, so she was looking to bunt 1-1. And here's a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and Ortiz unable to field it cleanly, and the runner is safe at first. And so the Lady Tigers with a rough start to the inning, a couple of fielding miscues, and there's runners on first and third with nobody out. And that's right in there for a strike to Emma Enoch as she's getting her first swings of the day. 0-1 the count. Here's a liner foul up the first base side. And the Lady Tigers get ahead in the count. To Enoch. Runners in the corners with nobody out. Here comes the pitch. And hits that outside corner. No, I guess outside. Ortiz ready to go. Here comes the pitch. And this one hit in the air to center field. Could be deep enough. Well, it's off the glove of the center fielder anyway, and the run will score. And it'll be first and second. As Herrera tried to come in, and I think she was trying to anticipate maybe making a throw to home plate, but 3 straight plays where the Tiger defense has kind of let them down a bit. The missed throw at short, the misplay of the ground ball in the circle, and then the dropped ball out in center. And here's a ground ball that stays fair up the first base line, and Daly will field it, step on the bag at first. It does move the runners up to second and third now. Mayfield has tied up this game 1-1. That was Lazarin who grounded out for the first out of the inning. And we're back to the top of the order with Hernandez. And she'll watch that one miss high, 1-0. Runners on second and third with 1 down, top of the second. Mayfield has tied up the game at 1. Here comes the pitch from Ortiz. Trying to hit the outside corner, doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. A couple of the scores for you guys. Just got a message from Coach Garcia for Thule. They've got the win in baseball. Swept them 17-3 and 7-3, so congrats to the Wildcats tonight. High and inside on the 2-0. It's 3-0 now to Hernandez. And we already mentioned earlier that it was a 16-1 win for Tularosa over Mescalero. Alamogordo baseball lost their first game to Mayfield today, 4-1. In there for a called strike, 3-1. I believe that's all the games we have today. Mescalero Apache baseball plays on Saturday against Thule. And I don't think we have any track and field today. I think it's all tomorrow. Here's a bunt. That's going to go foul from Hernandez. And the count now full 3-2 to the Lady Trojans pitcher. So once again, my mistake there in the top half of the inning. I had the wrong pitcher. I don't know why I thought it was the same one. One of them was a lefty, one of them was a righty. But, hey, sometimes you're just not paying close enough attention. 3-2. And a ground ball. I think that was foul, wasn't it? I thought that went off her body. It took a second carry. It went off the bat, and then I thought it hit her as well. I'm surprised that Coach Ronnie Reyes isn't coming out. No, he's going to come out of the dugout. So obviously he's going to the circle. He doesn't think that hit her once it was in the field of play. So the way that it carried him there, and Lady Tigers were on him, and it sort of felt like that's what Ortiz thought as well. She didn't really charge on the ball. Nobody really did. And so it ends up being an infield single, and the bases are loaded. 3 errors in the inning. And an infield single, and it's just kind of been little things for the Lady Tigers. And we'll see if they can work out of this inning and avoid the big inning for Mayfield, as Morales will come to the plate, hitting from the right-hand side. I always thought it was cool about Mayfield. They have big numbers on their jerseys, 42, 33. This one hit to the gap in left center field. At least one run will score. Herrera comes up with it. She'll hit the cutoff. The runner will score. And the Lady Tigers surrender 2 more runs on a 2 RBI single from Jackie Morales. So this will be first and second, and Addison Gamboa, who walked in her last appearance, will come to the plate. Mayfield leads 3-1. Ground ball to the right side, and Lessentine able to get in front of it. She kind of lost it in her feet, but tosses on to first and gets the out. Probably would have been the only play anyway. I don't think Alma would have been able to turn 2 on that. And so it is 4-3 on the putout. 2 down, and Annalise Perez will come to the plate. That was one thing that didn't really bite the Lady Tigers in the first game. They were pretty strong defensively. This game has been a different story. And the pitch from Ortiz goes off speed and misses a little bit low, 1-0. Perez struck out in her first at-bat. 2 down, runners on second and third. Alamogordo trying to keep it a 2-run game. 3-1 Mayfield. And the pitch. And lined and foul up the first base side. Evens up the count at 1-1. Well, certainly a positive for the Lady Tigers that they were able to win that first game, and maybe pressure's off a little bit. They can try to battle back, and they fell behind by 2 runs in the first game, so we'll see if they can fight back once again. And this one hit and just past the glove of Granado. She was moving towards second. Here comes the throw in. It's not going to be in time, and 2 more runs score as Annalise Perez gets a 2 RBI single, and Mayfield has broken it open. They lead 5-1. Well, they certainly have come up with some hits here later in the later half of the inning, but the errors in the first half of the inning are the thing that have really hurt the Lady Tigers. And that drops a little bit low, 1-0. But already 4 hits in the game for Mayfield. Missing just a little bit high as Ortiz. 2-0. And again, misses 3-0. So the count 3-0, and Mayfield's got their 9th hitter at the plate. Lotta, who started off the inning, is in the on-deck circle. And that's going to be one hopper back to the backstop, and runner advances to second anyway on the walk. And so the 10th hitter of the inning comes up for Mayfield. Leah Lotta will come to the plate. 5-1 Mayfield now. 3 errors for the Lady Tigers, 3 hits for Mayfield, a walk in there as well. And here's the pitch from Ortiz, and this one is hit hard up the left field line. That is all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw in. It'll stop there, and it's a double for Lotta. And it's 6-1. Perez scores from second on the play. And second and third for Mayfield. And this one inning is not over yet. And this has popped up and out of play. 0-1. The question is, can Alamogordo's bats maybe come alive and be able to battle back here in this second game? That's in there for a called strike, and Ortiz gets herself ahead in the count 0-2 on Gallegos. Gallegos earlier in this inning reached on an error and scored. The pitch. And trying to hit that outside corner, it just misses. 1-2. 6 runs across in the inning for Mayfield. And still threatening with runners on second and third. Not out of trouble yet. And this one hit hard left center field. It is out of here. Home run. 3-run home run for Mayfield as Gallego sends it out. And Mayfield leads 9-1. And it'll bring up Emma Enoch now. And I think we're going to see Alexis Rodriguez come in and pitch for the Lady Tigers. And we'll see what the defensive switch is here. It looks like Amani Kosum will head to the outfield, probably to right. We'll see if they're just moving Ortiz to third or if they move Sid over there or Granados. But pitching change for the Lady Tigers as Mayfield has put a 9 spot up here in the top half of the second inning. And they lead the Lady Tigers 9-1. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're ready to go here. Alexis Rodriguez coming in to pitch for Alamogordo. She moves from right into the circle. Amani Kosum's now in right field. And Mariah Granados moves to third. Ortiz moves to short. And the first pitch from Alexis is in there for a called strike on Emma Enoch, who reached earlier in the inning on an Alamogordo error. And this one is lined up the middle, and it's a base hit. So another base knock for Mayfield as their bats have come alive here in game number 2. And they'll bring up Layla Lazarin. Alamogordo trailing 9-1, just trying to get out of this inning. Ground ball to the left side. Granados has got it. Toss on to first, and a good stretch there from Daly as she was able to dig that out and then get her foot back on the bag, and the inning is over. So 5-3 on the putout, and we'll see if Alamogordo's bats can try to work their way back into this game. They trail 9-1. The Trojans come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits in the inning. They bring across 9 runs, and they leave 1 on. 3 Alamogordo errors in the inning as well. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo from the Winter Circle.
It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch. And Alamogordo coming up to bat, but big deficit, 9-run top of the second inning for Mayfield. As Marissa Hernandez, the lefty, continues in the circle. And the left-handed hitting Alyssa Bautista will come up, and she'll shoot one out to left center field. And this one will get all the way out to the wall. And Bautista will round it and head to second for a double. And that's what the Lady Tigers needed. Get some momentum going. And maybe we're just gonna have a crazy game here. Maybe something like a 16-15 sort of thing going on here. Who knows? But Alamogordo's definitely got to have if anything, cut this lead down to 4 or 5 by the end of the inning. You don't have to get it all back at once, but got to try to have some momentum here. And first pitch from Hernandez is in for a called strike on Rodriguez, who had a very good first game. I wonder if Alamogordo, what their pitching thoughts are, if they do have a big inning and get back into this. And here's a ground ball to the right side. A little bit of trouble there at second, and it's going to be an error on Mayfield, so both teams having some trouble defensively, as that was hard hit right at Andrea Pondo, but she could not field it cleanly. And an E4, and Alamogordo has runners in the corners with nobody out. So making it a little bit more interesting here with Rain Daly coming to the plate. And Alamo trying to get their bats going. Here's the pitch. And holding off. That was well done by Daly. An off-speed pitch that missed a little high. And it was a difficult one to not try to go around on. Here comes the 1-0. Hard hit, but foul. And out of play at the first base side, and may have shot all the way over into the JV field. So everybody in the stands making aware. Daly will step into the box, ready to go now. Runners in the corners and nobody out. Swings and misses. The ball is going to sneak behind the catcher, but does not allow the runner to score from third. Did allow Rodriguez to advance to second. So it's second and third. Nobody out. And Daly behind the count 1-2. Nice Ortiz in the on-deck circle. Looking for an opportunity here. Daly gets a good piece of it again, and again shoots it out towards the JV field on the first base side. And it'll keep the count at 1-2. Turned into a pretty pleasant night. Just a slight breeze now. And nice that the wind has died down a bit for us here. Here's the pitch. And hit to the left side, and nice play by Gamboa. And Gamboa tried to toss to third, but the throw was off the mark, and Alamogordo scores the run, and they will keep everybody on. And we're going to see the Mayfield coach come out and talk to his pitcher after this start to the inning, and certainly wanting to try to cut things off here. I'm going to give the RBI to Daly. She would have gotten it on the ground out anyway, but the fielder's choice, 6-5, did not work out there. So Bautista scores. It's kind of curious that Rodriguez stopped. Well, I guess that wasn't because he would have been tagged out, but it was curious the throw to third base, and she kind of stopped. Should have kept sliding in hard even if the throw was there, because the third baseman, even if she has trouble with it, she'll still apply the tag. So I don't know. Anyhow, it worked out okay for the Lady Tigers, and Ice Ortiz, who had a very good first game, she had a couple of RBIs, will come to the plate and try to get the Lady Tigers back into this game. So Ortiz settles in, and Hernandez is ready to go in the circle. She'll miss outside, and the count's 1-0 to Ortiz. Now, regardless how this inning goes, it's still a nice bounce back for the Lady Tigers to come out with 3 base runners right away. Double, fielder's choice, error. Down and away in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Daly at first. Rodriguez at third for the Lady Tigers. Ortiz at the plate. Here's the pitch. And down again. And it's 3-0. Lady Tigers want base runners. They'll take it any way that they can get it. Walk, error, whatever. And certainly get back to the top of the order. Maylee Herrera tripled to lead off the game for Alamogordo. Into the line and the pitch. Gets it over for a strike, 3-1. Lady Tigers trailing 9-2. And chased one there, did Ortiz. She almost held off, but went upstairs after it. It would have been ball 4, but 3-2 now as she swings and misses. Or at least I think it would have been ball 4. Here comes the pitch from Hernandez. And a ground ball, and that one goes off of the arm of the first baseman, and Karam's over the top, and a run scores. Daly is going to advance to third on the play as well. And I don't know, did that just go off the arm or did it hit her in the face as well? But that one was hard hit from Ortiz. It looks like she's staying on the field as Perez, but I'm going to give Ortiz a single on that. That was a rocket shot there. Hard for the first baseman to make the play. Give her the RBI as well. It's 9-3, and the Lady Tigers starting to make this one a bit more interesting, trailing by 9-1 to begin the inning, and Maylee Herrera comes up, and she'll watch that one miss high. 1-0. Daly with an RBI on a fielder's choice. Ortiz with the RBI on the single. And here's a ground ball up the middle, base hit, another run comes in. Ortiz will hold at second smartly. And Alamogordo with 3 runs right away, and there's still nobody out. Runners on first and second, and we're getting to the heart of the order now for Alamogordo with Mariah Granados. What a start to the inning here for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. First and second, it's still nobody out, and it's 9-4. And again, high it misses, and the control for Hernandez has been a little bit of an issue in the inning as well. Gotten Alamogordo into some good hitters counts. And defensively, Mayfield has not made some plays, but kind of a little tit for tat. Alamogordo had trouble with it in the top half, and Mayfield has in the bottom half. And hard hit high in the air to right field. Could be a difficult play. It is going to drop. Runners had to hold, though. And so it'll be the bases loaded still with nobody out. I really couldn't see if she got her glove on it or if it just dropped in front of the right fielder, Alatorre. Unfortunately, where we're sitting, the Alamogordo dugout is sort of in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and give the single for Granados on that play. And it'll be bases loaded for Sydney Lessentine. And tell you what, for somebody who hit 2 home runs in their game on Monday, if she could hit one right here, we're talking about a whole new ball game. Hitting the outside corners, Hernandez, as she gets ahead in the count 0-1. So that's in the back of the mind of Lessentine as well, but that's a 1-run ball game if she sends this out. The 0-1. Ooh, she was definitely going after that, but doesn't make contact. It's 0-2. Lessentine will step back in. Finds herself behind the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Hernandez. And hit in the air. It'll go foul. Well, it'll stay in the field of play, but nobody's able to make a play on it. And it'll keep the count here at 0-2. Bottom of the second inning, Mayfield scored 9 runs in the top half. Alamogordo's answered with 3 runs here in the bottom half. Still nobody out, and the bases loaded. Ortiz at third, Herrera at second, Granados at first. Lessentine at the plate. The 0-2. And she strokes this out to right field. Will it drop? It will not. They will send the runner from third. Here comes the throw to home plate. It's not in time. Lady Tigers will try to advance the runners to second and third, and they will on the overthrow from right field. And Alamogordo adds a run on the sac fly from Lessentine. She picks up the RBI, and it is 9-5. So it is the first out of the inning, but Alamogordo still has a pair of runners in scoring position, and Haley Evans comes to the plate. Next said, if Alamogordo could have cut it down to a 5-run, they'd have been pretty happy. They've got it down to 4, and a swing and a miss from Evans. And you could tell Coach Ronnie Reyes not happy with that offering. Always has kind of that tilt to the head. Usually there's more after that. But gives some advice to his hitter, and she's back in the box and ready to go, the 0-1. Couldn't quite get it into the strike zone, could Hernandez, as she went with the drop ball there, but it'll be 1-1. One out and 2 runners in scoring position for the Lady Tigers. Here's the pitch to Evans. That comes high and inside, and she lays off. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off, back to the screen, and we go 2-2. Monty Kosum in the on-deck circle, only person not to bat this inning. She'll be the 9th hitter up for Alamogordo. 2-2 count to the Lady Tiger catcher. Here's the pitch. And she hits this into the air right to the shortstop Gamboa, who makes the grab, and there's 2 down. So Monty Kosum will have to come up with a base hit here if she wants to add on to the 4-run total in the inning for the Lady Tigers. It's been a good answer. I think they want to avoid leaving runners in scoring position like this on. Kosum grounded out to the first baseman her first time up. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball. Gamboa has some trouble with it. It's short. And Alamogordo will see another run come across, this time on an error. And so Herrera scores. Granados up to third. And Alamogordo is batted around in the inning as Alyssa Bautista, who led it off with a double, will come to the plate, and it's a 9-6 ball game. What a great answer here from the Lady Tigers. They give up 9 runs in the top half. They answer back with 5 in the second and still could get some more out of this. Bautista showed bunt, brought it back, and Kosum will move her way to second. Sort of an indifference play there from Mayfield. And so for Bautista, if she can hit another double here, make this a 1-run ball game. She fouls it off. And she falls behind 0-2. Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. If Bautista is able to get on here. 2 strikes, 2 outs, and runners on second and third. Alamo trailing 9-6. Here's the pitch. Bautista gets a piece of it and fouls it off. And the count will remain 0-2. Kosum at second, and Granados at third. Bautista stepped in. Hernandez wasn't ready to go. Took a couple steps back and then back in. Here's the 0-2. And this is hit in the air again. Foul up the third base side and out of play. Bautista making Hernandez work here with this 2-strike, 2-out count. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch. And she hits it to left field, and that's through. It'll score at least 1. Kosum going to turn and score, and she's got it. And it's a 1-run ball game. How about this rally from the Lady Tigers as they score 8 runs here in the inning, 7 runs in the inning, and 2 doubles in 1 inning for Alyssa, or I should say a single. For some reason I thought she ended up at second. It was kind of into the same area, but 2 RBIs. And how about that for the Lady Tigers as they have worked themselves back to a 1-run game. And now we're going to see a pitching change for Mayfield. Looks like that may be the case. And it's going to be Gamboa that's going to take over in the circle. Waiting to see. Yep, that appears to be. Maybe not. I guess not. So they just used they wanted to have an infield timeout, but the coach couldn't come out a second time. He actually just came out to the third baseline and talked to Gamboa. And so no change here on the pitching circumstance. And Alexis Rodriguez comes out and watches the first pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Rodriguez reached on an error earlier in the inning. But what a great rally here for the Lady Tigers, and if Rodriguez can come up with another big hit, maybe we find ourselves even. And goes off speed on that pitch, but just a little bit high, 1-1. And again high, and 2-1. Fine answer from the Lady Tigers. Again, I'm curious to see what the pitching situation is going to be for Alamo in the top of the third. If they stick with Rodriguez, if they go back to Lessentine. And that one just getting a piece of it. You could hear the little tip off the bat. However, didn't matter. That was a 1-strike count. I thought that was a 2-strike count for some reason. 2-2. Even if she had swung and missed, it would have been fine. Actually, it would have been better if it had gone to the backstop. Would have moved Bautista back to second if she hadn't touched it. 2-2. And hard hit. Oof. Thankfully, nobody got in the way of that. It's a foul ball up the first base side, but my goodness, that was a line shot that found its way all the way through to where the bullpen is over here on the first side. But Rodriguez really got into that, and she swings and misses, and the inning is over. But a great, great inning for the Lady Tigers. Don't think any of us would have imagined after Mayfield scores 9 in the top half that this would be a one-run ball game after 2. 9-8 Mayfield leads. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Cheers to 70 years, Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU is celebrating 70 years with 70 giveaways in 2023. 52 weekly giveaways, 12 monthly giveaways, 4 quarterly giveaways, 1 annual meeting giveaway, and 1 70th celebration giveaway. Be sure to check out OFCU's social media pages for eligibility or visit their website at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alexis Rodriguez will continue in the circle for the Lady Tigers as the leadoff hitter is Marissa Hernandez. And she's ahead in the count, 2-0. 9-8 your ball game. Alamogordo scored 7 runs in the bottom half of the inning. And Rodriguez unable to spot the outside corner, and she falls behind 3-0. Yeah, I was kind of curious if Alamo would either go back to Ortiz, go to Lessentine with the game now being 9-8, but Coach Ronnie Reyes sticking with Alexis Rodriguez. And it misses down and away. Because certainly Sydney pitched a ton of doubleheaders last year. That was a pretty normal thing. But maybe a little bit of a different strategy for the Lady Tigers. The JV game is finished over to our right. That's in there for a called strike for Rodriguez on Morales, and it's 0-1. And by the way, not to say that Alexis is not very capable of coming out here and pitching well for the Lady Tigers, but I think we knew going into the season that Sid and Ice were the two main pitchers for the Lady Tigers, and that's in there for a strike 0-2. So a great opportunity here for Alexis. She can come up big here through this game and keep Mayfield from adding on to a 9-8 lead. Shot to the right side. Lessentine able to flip it on to Daly. That was a fine play by Lessentine. She didn't squeeze it well with the glove, but she kept with it, and a little toss was about half a step in time to get Morales on the 4-3 putout. It does allow the runner to advance second, but that very easily could have been first and second with nobody out, but Sid kept with it on the play. Addison Gamboa will come to the plate now, and she will send this to right field. It's right at Kosum. Doesn't even have to move. And here comes the throw into third, and just got in there. Boy, that was a fantastic throw from Amani Kosum in right field. One-hopped it right into Granados, and it was, again, about a half step too late that time as Hernandez was able to slide into third and keeps the inning alive. But that was very, very close to being a double play. And it'll be Annalise Perez, who singled in a couple of runs in the last inning. They're going to throw back to second, I guess, on the question of maybe she left a little bit early. Field umpire says no. Sometimes that does work. Not, I would say 95% of the time it doesn't. Outside the pitch misses. And, of course, you have to do that before you throw the next pitch or that play's dead. So it's worth the try. 1-0 the count. And down and in it misses, and Perez had to kind of lean back out of the way. 2-0. Yeah, if Alamogordo can come up here with a shutdown inning after scoring 7 runs, that would be fantastic here for the Lady Tigers. Don't let a run come across. And here's the pitch. And again, missing is Rodriguez. It's 3-0. Sydney Lessentine going to walk in from second and talk to her pitcher. Give her a little pat. Maybe tell her something that she's maybe needing to adjust to try and hit the strike zone. I will say the velocity from Rodriguez has been fantastic in this game, but she misses high again, and she surrenders a walk. So a leadoff walk and a walk with 2 outs. And Andrea Pondo, who walked and scored in the second, will come to the plate. Lady Tigers can still get out of this inning without any damage. We'll see if it'll happen. As Rodriguez holds the ball in her right hand, spinning it against her right hip. And she will toe the rubber. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and Evans was quickly out of her stance, ready for... I don't think you're going to see Perez try to steal second. But you never know. Here's the pitch. And again, a little outside and high. She's got good movement on the pitches as well, but she just got to hit the strike zone a little bit. So there's, I think, a lot to be positive on with Rodriguez and the way that she's pitching here since she's come in. And here's a ground ball, and that's going to sneak through for a base hit. And there's the old broadcaster's curse as the run comes across. RBI single for Pondo, and it's 10-8. So it's first and second with 2 down. And Leah Lotta, who doubled in a run in her last at-bat, comes to the plate. And that's in there for a strike from Rodriguez. 0-1. I got to say, if Alamogordo somehow finds a way to win this game after trailing 9-1, it's going to be one that these ladies should be very proud of. Pitch misses in the dirt, low and outside, 1-1. So it's 10-8 Mayfield now. And Rodriguez ready to go. Here's the pitch. And this one is hit back up the middle, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Everyone will just move around the station as it didn't get too far out into center field. And that's another single, and now the bases are loaded with 2 down. Lady Tigers just need 1 out to get out of the inning, but haven't been able to find it. And Ronnie Gallegos, who hit a home runner last time up and cleared the bases, and now we're going to see Coach Ronnie Reyes come out and talk things over. That was a home run off of Ice Ortiz. wanting to have a discussion with his pitcher and his fielders here on what to do in this spot. Give some motivation. Pretty quick meeting in the circle, and he heads back to the dugout. So Gallegos, I think that was a 3-run home run that she hit in the second inning. And that led Rodriguez to come into the game for the Lady Tigers. And so Gallegos back in, trying to extend her team's lead. If she hits a home run here, that breaks the game wide open again. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. And this is just inside. 1-0. Where to put him here now? And the pitch. That's right in there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. And this is hit high in the air, center field, going back. It's gone. A grand slam and the second home run of the game for Ronnie Gallegos. And Alamogordo finds themselves down 14-8 now. Well, an inning that looked like Alamogordo was going to get out of it without any major damage, and all of a sudden, it is 14-8. So Mayfield almost regains their entire lead that they lost in the bottom half, and 9 runs in the top of the second and 5 runs in the top of the third. I don't think Alamogordo's played a game like this year where they've had a super high-scoring game back and forth. So we'll see how they handle it. Down and in, it misses. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And again, misses down. 2-0 to Emma Enoch, who reached on an error in the second, singled in the third, or singled later in the second, I should say. We're in the third. This is already the 8th hitter of the inning for Mayfield. And again in the dirt for Rodriguez. (3-0). Gets that right in there for a strike. 3-1. And a ground ball foul, and she's got the count full, 3-2. I think the big thing for Rodriguez here is try to get one over, make Enoch have to swing at this. Obviously, easier said than done. Here's a 3-2. And she does, and it's right at shortstop and Ortiz. And she's able to toss it on to first for the final out of the inning. So Alamogordo not able to get the shutdown inning, but it's a little bit closer than what it would have been if they don't have the big inning there. It's 14-8. It's a 6-run deficit. We'll see if Alamogordo can answer back again. We'll find that out next. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. It's Mayfield 14, Alamogordo 8. And we'll be back right after this.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo from the Winter Circle.
It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo trailing 14-8. So we're just in the bottom of the third inning here. And Alamogordo back up to bat. Rain Daly leads things off, and she's ahead in the count 1-0. And again, it misses outside 2-0 as Marissa Hernandez continues in the circle for Mayfield. I can see if we have a final score from Alamogordo baseball. They had finished their first game by the time we had started the second game. And again, this is high, 3-0. So Daly, I'm sure, will be taking. And similar to the last inning, Alamogordo wants base runners. And they find a way to answer right back here in this one. And this is high, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So right away, Alamogordo gets a base runner. And Ice Ortiz, who singled in a run in her last at-bat, comes to the plate. We had I would say, I don't know if I'd call the first game a pitcher's duel, but it's going to feel like that coming out of this one. It's definitely for the hitters here in the second game. Ortiz will watch that first pitch in for a called strike. It's 0-1. I think the other thing, obviously, in the second game has been defensively, both teams have had some struggles. So we'll see what comes here as the second game rolls along. This one hits softly over towards second, and they're going to tag one and get the other. And it's a double play right away for Mayfield, and that was a tough break there for the Lady Tigers. I don't know if that was a decision there by Pondo to let that fall so she could tag Daly and then go off to first, and that was a tough break there for the Lady Tigers. So 4-3 double play. And there's two down. And the pitch comes inside on Herrera. And this is definitely what Mayfield wants, coming off of a big answer back in the top half to try and shut the Lady Tigers in the home half. And Herrera's going to foul this one off her foot, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Herrera hits a ground ball foul, and it'll be 1-2. So again, some of your final scores from tonight. Alamogordo won the first game of this doubleheader 4-3. Out in Tularosa, Lady Cats defeated the Lady Chiefs 16-1. Again, a softball score there. Baseball, Tularosa gets a 17-3 and 7-3 doubleheader sweep over Capitan to win their first two games in district. And Herrera is going to line this right at Pando, who was playing in tight. And she'll toss it on to first, and the inning is over. The Lady Tigers eventually go down in order after the leadoff walk. And Mayfield gets exactly what they were looking for. And we'll see if the Lady Tigers can. I think the big thing for them now, can they get an inning where they can shut down Mayfield and what they've been doing offensively? I think that would, more than anything, maybe gain themselves some confidence. They know that they can put up a big number on the offensive side as well. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Cheers to 70 years, Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU is celebrating 70 years with 70 giveaways in 2023. 52 weekly giveaways, 12 monthly giveaways, 4 quarterly giveaways, 1 annual meeting giveaway, and 1 70th celebration giveaway. Be sure to check out OFCU's social media pages for eligibility or visit their website at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Local, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Layla Lazarin comes to the plate, fouls off the first pitch up the first base side, and Ice Ortiz has returned into the circle for the Lady Tigers, so Rodriguez is back out to right. Kosum comes back in there, and a nice off-speed pitch there from Ortiz. It's 1-2, or 0-2, I'm sorry. Lady Tigers opened up the scoring in the home half of the first with 1 run, and then it was 9 in the top half for Mayfield. Alamogordo answered right back with 7. And Ortiz looking for that outside corner. That just missed. I thought that was there, but 1-2. But Mayfield comes back in another big home run from Ronnie Gallegos, who's had 2 home runs and 7 RBIs in this game. And a swing and a miss. It's in the dirt, but Evans will toss it on to first and get the out, and it's a strikeout for Ortiz. Yeah, if Alamogordo can stabilize on this side, they've shown that they can hit on the other end and just not let Mayfield add to the lead any. That would be the biggest key going forward. Ortiz got 1 out, and she faces Marissa Hernandez, who watches that one in the dirt, kicks away from Evans to the backstop, and it's 1-0. Hernandez already her 4th at-bat here in the 4th inning. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a walk. And I think the 2 singles were off of Ortiz. And that pitch will miss inside. 2-0. 1 down and the base is empty, top of 4. Mayfield leads by 6, which in this game doesn't feel like a safe lead. Pitch misses inside, 3-0. Fans wanted the call there, but certainly looked like that was inside. Here's the wind of the pitch. And it's going to be a walk. So a 4-pitch walk after picking up the strikeout. And Jackie Morales comes up for her 4th at-bat. 2 groundouts and a 2 RBI single. Here's the pitch. And this is high. Maybe a bit away as well, 1-0. And a little bit of momentum start the inning for Ortiz, but she's missed on the last 5. And the pitch. High in the air, should be in play. Lessentine, nope, charging on from behind her and making the play. Oh. And that one was being thrown in, and the runner was heading back to the dugout, and it went off of her heel. So Rodriguez tried to throw that in to first to get a double play, and the runner advances to second. That's an interesting one. If the hitter's coming back to the dugout, I guess that's not some type of interference. I would have thought that would have been a dead ball in that spot, but down and in, it misses. So a pop out for the second out, but it does put a runner in scoring position after the missed throw there. One and 0 to Gamboa. Ground ball to the left side. That's through. And they're going to throw the cutoff instead of trying to throw home was Ruiz. And the run scores. So the little bit of an error there. Really affected the way they're running that inning. Now, probably been runners in the corners anyway, but again, it's been kind of the little things. Perez is going to watch that over for a strike, 0-1. Pitch and miss outside. 1-1. Perez is 1 for 2. Single, a walk, 2 RBIs, and a strikeout. That strikeout was to Ortiz. Outside it misses. 2-1. Mayfield has just about regained their entire lead. They were up by 8 at one point and now find themselves leading by 7. Fouled off and out of play back in our direction. Count evens up at 2-2. Hondo in the on-deck circle for Mayfield if Perez reaches. Gamboa stands at first. Into the wind of the pitch. And a ground ball up the middle. And it'll be an easy play for the Lady Tigers. Stepping on the bag was Granados. And the inning is over, but one more run up there for Mayfield. It is 15-8. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Can Alamogordo get those bats going again like they did in the bottom of the 2nd? We'll find out. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winner's Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and flags. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winner's Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Mariah Granados will lead it off here for Alamogordo in the bottom of the 4th as they trail 15-8. They've already climbed back from one 8-run deficit. Now it's a 7-run deficit. And Granados is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, runs scored, and a stolen base. Here's the pitch. And she lines it to left field and picks up another base hit. In between the break of innings here, I'm going to have to add up hits between the two teams. It's got to be ridiculous at this point. Hits and errors. We'll have to line up the runs, hits, errors for you guys. Sydney Lessentine coming to the plate. RBI sac fly her last time up, looking for her first hit. We'll have to make that happen here and try to get this inning going for the Lady Tigers. Well outside on the pitch, lays off 1-0. I think if you're Alamogordo, there's at least got to be a level of confidence. You know that you can put together a big inning. and similar to what it was before, they don't have to get it all back right here. And it misses high, and Lessentine is behind the count 2-0. I would suggest maybe not pitching to Ronnie Gallegos the next inning, though, as she has crushed the ball twice in this game. 2-0. And Lessentine reaches out to get it, pops it sky high, and that one's going to fall in right center field. Here comes the throw into second. That is not going to be in time, and so it's a single for Lessentine. Should get a courtesy runner. Oh, no, maybe not. I take that back. Lessentine's not the pitcher, so she will not get a courtesy runner here. She'll stay on the base pass, and Sid's got good speed, and Haley Evans will come to hit, and time's going to be called. Is he going to give... I'm guessing they're going to use Sid as maybe a pinch hitter or pinch runner, and then maybe have her re-enter. One of those things that we do have courtesy runners in those spots, but you can, sub people back, not like at the, baseball high levels where once you sub somebody out, that's it. I don't know if Sid's maybe got some, maybe a little bit of injury working on that. They just don't want to have her push something out there. Who knows? And I cannot. Who's that running? 20? Okay. She has got, it is 20. Okay. I couldn't see on her back there because her hair was so long. No, it's Zaima Delgado. And this one's going to skip to the backstop here, and both runners going to be able to move up. And this inning is starting to get a little bit more interesting as Haley Evans ahead in the count 2-0. And now she has a pair of runners in scoring position with nobody out. Now you got to wonder who wants to put away this game at this point. Nobody really seems to be too keen on it. Evans is going to watch that in there for a strike, 2-1. Granados at third. Delgado running for Lessentine at second. And that one's low and away, and it's 3-1 now to Evans. Kosum in the on-deck circle for Alamogordo. Lots of crooked numbers up on the scoreboard tonight. See if Alamogordo can add something to that. And it misses high, and that should be a walk. Evans didn't know that was for. She stood there, was ready to go and hit again. So Evans over to first. And Kosum will come to the plate. She's reached twice. No, she's reached once on an error. But Amani's a dangerous hitter. If she can put something together here, the infield's moving in this spot. But Amani's somebody that's capable of hitting it to the gaps. She's going to watch that in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Big opportunity here for Kosum. With the bases loaded and nobody out now, Alamo down by 7. Watches that one miss, and it'll be outside. Count evens up at 1-1. They've been a touch high as well. Monty will take a couple of practice swings and then stretch it out with the bat and step back in. Hernandez ready to go. 1-1. And this one is right back up the middle, and it is going to at least bring one run across. It took kind of a wild carom off of the pitcher's glove. And then that was a good play by number 42, not Gamboa, that is Morales. Able to charge on that, at least get the one out, but an RBI ground out for Kosum. 6-3 on the putout. Granado scores, and it's second and third now for the Lady Tigers, and Alyssa Bautista comes to the plate. And she rips this one to left center field. That's all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Bautista into second with a double. And Alamogordo has made it a 15-11 game. Delgado and Evans score on the play. And we'll see if Mayfield is thinking about making a pitching change. But Bautista with another big hit. She is 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, a single, and now 4 RBIs for the game. And somebody is coming off the field over to the... Yeah, I think we're going to see a pitching change for Mayfield, so we'll see which direction they go into. And I was a little surprised that after the 7-run inning, or after they had scored 5 in the top half, that they didn't decide to make a change. But trying to see if they're going. We'll see Hernandez go out to right field. And I think that's 15 for Mayfield. No, that's 18? 15 just left. Is it 18? 18's coming in to pitch. And 18 is Angelina Ramirez, who pitched the first game. Okay. So Ramirez will come in to pitch again. She pitched the entire way in the first game. And is going to try to stabilize things here for Mayfield. See if she can do it, if Alamogordo can come up with some big hits. We'll come back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk.
70 years, Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU is celebrating 70 years with 70 giveaways in 2023. 52 weekly giveaways, 12 monthly giveaways, 4 quarterly giveaways, 1 annual meeting giveaway, and 1 70th celebration giveaway. Be sure to check out OFCU's social media pages for eligibility or visit their website at oterofcu.org. Other searches may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
Alexis Rodriguez is going to take one off the leg on the very first pitch from Angelina Ramirez. And so Rain Daly will come up with runners on first and second and still just 1 out. Alexis on the base pass for the second time tonight. And I think we're going to get a pinch runner or a courtesy runner. Like Riley Rankin is coming in. And it's going to be for Bautista. So Alyssa, she'll re-enter the game as a designated player later. But Alamo wanted some speed on the base pass, knowing that they want to try to keep this inning alive. And well, it's 15-11, y'all. It's been a roller coaster in this one. And Daly's going to watch that one in for a strike. So going back now, a right-handed pitcher. And for the most part, Ramirez was very good in the first game. But Alamo had their chances to put on some more runs, and Ramirez came up in some big spots. And here's one hit to the right side, but this could be 2. They flip on to 1. They get 1. Here's the throw to first. It is in time. Coach Ronnie Reyes is going to talk to the field umpire. I thought she was safe. On the bottom. So the field umpires are talking things over, and they're going to call her safe. So the inning is not over. And it is runners on the corners on the fielder's choice, 4-6. And I think they made the right call. There was really no argument from the dugout. And outside it misses to Ice Ortiz. Here comes the 1-0. And this is down. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, runners in the corners, and a 15-11 lead for Mayfield. It's been 9-1. It's been 14-8. But Alamo keeps fighting back in this game. And the 2-0. That'll miss. No, that's in there for a called strike. 2-1. Rankin is the pinch runner at third. Daly is on at first. Alamo looking to try at least get one more out of this inning. Ortiz hit the ball well off of Ramirez the first game, and she does again here. Base hit into left field. 1 run will score. And Alamogordo makes it 15-12. Another RBI for Ice Ortiz. And it'll bring Maylee Herrera to the plate to try to keep this inning going. Alamogordo gets to the top of the order. Herrera, triple and a single. Now, those were both off of the previous pitcher, Hernandez. Runners on first and second with 2 out. And that'll miss down. And Alamogordo, once again in this game, has batted around in an inning. Counts 1-0. Fouled off and out of play. That goes up the third base side. 1-1. Look at the bunt, brings it back. Pitch misses low, and it's 2-1. Here's the line of the pitch. And this is hit hard left field, and that is going to be snagged right at the left fielder, Lotta, and the inning is over. But Alamogordo does, again, take a big chunk out of the Mayfield lead. It's 15-12. We're through 4 complete innings. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9, and Alamogordo has gone to Sydney Lessentine, as she will come out to pitch in a 3-run game, and both teams have gone to their starters from the first game now. And if you're Alamogordo, it makes sense. You can still win this ball game, and unfortunately Ortiz and Rodriguez didn't quite have it for the Lady Tigers in this game. It's 2-0, though, to the leadoff hitter. As Andrea Pondo leads things off. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Yeah, there's only 3 innings left. If Sid can give the Lady Tigers 3 shutdown innings, I also think it's going to be a little bit tougher to them try to get 3 runs off of Ramirez. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So at least keeps the workload down a little bit. And I will say, over these last number of games, I don't think they'll have to work Sid quite as much. Liner, just off the glove of Daly. And are they going to say that's a fair ball? Daly's Alamo thought that one was in foul territory when she went out to grab it. Almost trying to argue that it was on the other side of the line when she touched it, and they're going to check with the field umpire here. I think it's a fair argument. It's close. Up the line, I'll be surprised if they change it. And I think the field umpire just gave a warning. At least I was trying to read his lips there. A little bit of frustration there. And Pondo gets on with a single. And the pitch is in there for a strike for Lessentine. It's 0-1. Leah Lotta to the plate. Single, double, RBI, 3 runs scored. And that's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Lessentine will toe the rubber here. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out. 1 down. Now here comes the woman of the game, the hour, whatever you want to say. Ronnie Gallegos, 2 home runs. One of them a grand slam. The other one a 3-run home run. 7 RBIs. And down and in it misses. 1-0. Gallegos reached on an error. And here comes the 1-0. And a foul off of Gallegos. Count, it's 1-1. I'm trying to remember what Gallegos did in the first game. Yeah, she struck out twice and grounded out. And she just got a piece of that one. And it'll be 1-2. So clearly she had the number of... she hit one home run off of Ortiz, and she hit the other one off of Rodriguez, but hasn't been able to quite figure out Lessentine here. As here comes the 1-2. And it misses just inside. Lessentine wanted that call, but does not get it. 2-2. Runner on first with 1 down. And Alamogordo has been able to rally twice to make this a competitive game after falling behind big. And this is hit hard but foul and up the first base side. One of the fans over there tried to make a barehanded grab on it, but unable to secure it. And here comes the 1-2. Popped up, and should be playable for Daly. She's after it, but now it's going to carry him off of the dugout, looks like, and it'll stay 2-2 here. 1 down and a runner on first. you are just tuning in, Alamogordo won the first game 4-3, so they've likely locked up second place in district. Still lots of games to be played, but would love to try to come back and get this one, certainly after falling behind 9-1 and 15-8. Pitch misses, and it's 3-2. And that'll miss. So it's a walk. And it'll be first and second now. Here's the wind of the pitch. That's in there for a called strike for Lesson team on Emma Enoch, who has reached on an error, singled, and grounded out. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sid took a little bit off on that and got Enoch off balance, and it's 0-2. Lazarin in the on-deck circle for the Lady Trojans. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 2 down. With the exception of that first inning, Alamo has not been able to put a 0 up on the scoreboard in the top half for Mayfield. Trying to make that happen here, but this one's far from over. Runners on first and second and 2 down. Here's the pitch to Lazarin. That's right in there for a called strike. 0-1. And certainly challenge for these hitters. They haven't, some of these haven't, like Enoch and Lazarin have not seen Lesson team, so their first chance facing her. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Big pop of the glove on a fastball there from Lesson team. 2 down, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. And just getting a piece of it and staying alive is Lazarin. I do apologize if I'm pronouncing that last name wrong. It could be Lazarin. 2 outs, runners on first and second, and a 2-strike count still on Lazarin. Here's the pitch. Hits it hard, but hits it foul into the netting and keep the count 0-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Took something off there and ends up striking out 3 in the inning. Mayfield leaves 2 on, and there's a 0 up on the scoreboard in the top of the 5th inning. Alamogordo going to come up in the bottom half, see if they can cut into this lead again. They're down by 3. It's 15-12. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
A natural disaster like a wildfire can happen anytime. Is your family ready? Be prepared by following the Ready, Set, Go steps of preparedness and evacuations. Get ready. Create a family disaster plan that includes meetup locations and where you will stay if you're evacuated. Create an emergency go kit. Be set. Know there is significant danger in your area and be set to go. Pack your belongings to evacuate and consider voluntarily relocating outside of the affected area. This might be the only notice you receive. Emergency services cannot guarantee they will be able to notify everyone if the condition rapidly deteriorates. Go. Evacuate immediately. Danger in your area is imminent and life-threatening. Follow instructions from emergency personnel. Stay on designated evacuation routes. If you choose to stay, understand that emergency services may not be able to assist you further. To learn more, search Ready, Set, Go, New Mexico in your browser.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in New Mexico. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NMAA and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Just as she did in the fourth inning, Mariah Granados will lead things off here in the fifth inning for the Lady Tigers. Almo batted around in the fourth, and she has singled all 3 times she's been up. This will be the first time in this game, though, that she'll face Angelina Ramirez, who came in to replace Marissa Hernandez. 15-12, your score, bottom of the fifth. And hard hit but foul up the third base line. It's 0-1. Been a wild one so far. We had I would say, a rather pedestrian 4-3 game in the first one, but this one has definitely not been short of action with each team hitting the ball well. Defensively hasn't been the best day on either side, but and pitching on both ends have certainly left a little bit desired. This is hit high in the air, left field, and what a wonderful grab by Aaliyah Lotta. On the run, full extension. She didn't have to dive for it, but it was well hit from Granados, and she's robbed of probably 2 bases on that. And there's 1 down. Play out there in left field. Sydney Lassentine will come to the plate now. She is 1 for 2. Single, sac fly, RBI, run scored, and a pop out. And the drop pitch there from Ramirez will stay high, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. And again, we'll see that pitch miss high, went right back to it, 2-0. Bottom of 5, and the pitcher's going to start to take control here late in this game. And now skip back to the catcher and away from her, and Lassentine is ahead in the count 3-0. Evans in the on-deck circle, walked and scored her last time up. Line of the pitch. Outside it misses, and a 4-pitch walk for Lassentine. So Sid over to first, and Sid's probably going to get a courtesy runner now. And she's the pitcher. Evans will step up. And it's going to be, I think, Miranda Schlupp that's going to come in and run. Waiting for her to, I would assume, get a batting helmet and come out. And there she is. So Miranda Schlupp will come out and run. She played left field in the first game. Not out there for game number 2. And Evans comes to the plate looking for her first hit of the day. Struck out in her first at-bat, popped out in the second, walked in the third. Watch that first pitch, a fastball that just missed high. 1-0. Didn't miss by much. Here comes the wind of the pitch. And that's going to one-hop back to the catcher. She'll keep it in front of her, does Enoch, and runner will stay at first. Ramirez will tug on her sleeves and try to hit that inside corner. Does not. And she's missed on the last 7 pitches. Amani Kosum comes to the plate. She'll be looking for her first hit of the day. Did have an RBI in her last at-bat on the ground out. Trio is a strike on the inside corner. Evans thought she had drawn the walk. It's 3-1. Hard hit left field. It is just past the glove. It's over the wall for a ground rule double. And that's going to be a bad break for the Lady Tigers, as that probably would have scored Schlupp from first. So that's actually a good thing for Mayfield, because Lotta was on the ground, and it took a heavy hop off the ground over the fence. And so a ground rule double for Evans, who absolutely tattooed that out to left field. And so Amani Kosum will come up with a chance to, at minimum, make this a 2-run game. But if she gets a base hit, could possibly bring in. The one thing I'll say for Alamogordo, I want Alyssa Bautista coming up here, maybe with the bases loaded. She's hit the ball so well here at both ends of the doubleheader. So I think if you're Kosum, you at least think about bunting here to maybe try to freeze the Mayfield defense and maybe get Kosum on. She's not bunting. She's going to pop it up, and did that hit the ground? Field umpire says out. No argument from Coach Ronnie Reyes. That deflected off of the pitcher's glove, Ramirez, and then was caught by the second baseman, Pondo. And there was no argument from Ronnie, so I'm going to take that for sure that was standing. There was any chance that did hit the ground, you knew that he was going to be arguing that. Now, Alyssa Bautista has been the best hitter of the game for the Lady Tigers. Can she come up with another hit for Alamogordo and maybe make this a 1-run game? 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a single. And she's going to watch that first pitch in for a strike now. All that came against Hernandez, the previous pitcher. And she, against Ramirez in the first game, was 1 for 3. Ground ball left side should be a playable one. And the inning is over. So the Lady Tigers unable to cut into the 3-run deficit. It's 15-12 as we go to the top of the 6th. A bit of a bad break on the pop-up by Kosum. And we will come right back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Hometown pride. At the Winter Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and flags. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo from the Winter Circle.
It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street.
Cheers to 70 years, Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU is celebrating 70 years with 70 giveaways in 2023. 52 weekly giveaways, 12 monthly giveaways, 4 quarterly giveaways, 1 annual meeting giveaway, and 1 70th celebration giveaway. Be sure to check out OFCU's social media pages for eligibility or visit their website at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Communications for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Communications to get connected. 585-2700.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and a 1-0 count here to the leadoff hitter for Mayfield, Marissa Hernandez. Her fifth time up, first time facing Lesson team, though, who came into the game in the fifth, and that pitch will just miss down. It's 2-0. So for the first time in this game, we had a full inning with no runs. Alamo scored 1 in the first, and then Mayfield with 9. Alamo 7 in the second. 5 runs in the top half of the third for Mayfield. Alamo did not score there. In there for a called strike, 2-1. Then Mayfield with 1 run in the top of the fourth. Alamo came in with 4 runs in the home half, and none. But Alamo's going to feel like they should have maybe got something there. And that's going to be in there for a called strike as well. Another pitch where Sid took a little bit off of it. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul. And the count will remain 2-2. Kosum will hand the ball off to Lessentine and be ready to go. I do not have a final score in the second Alamogordo baseball game. We'll maybe get one before we sign off tonight. And this one softly hit up the middle. And this is going to be right in there for an infield hit for Hernandez with her speed. That was just right behind the circle. It was over the head of Lessentine. She couldn't make a play on it. And Mayfield gets a runner on to begin the top of the sixth. Jackie Morales will come to the plate. She is 1 for 4. Pop out, a couple of ground outs, and a 2 RBI single. And that one is going to deflect off the glove of Evans to the backstop and allow the runner to advance to second. Want to know the count to Morales. The pitch. And that misses a little bit low. Count will go 2-0. Taking a little step out and back in is Morales. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. And throw out to center as Herrera came on to cover the bag at second, hoping to maybe get a tag out there, but the pitch misses, and it's 3-0 now. Addison Gamboa in the on-deck circle, who knocked in a run in the fourth. And that's going to be a walk. So a single and a 4-pitch walk, and it's first and second for Mayfield. Top of the sixth inning. And it'll be Addison Gamboa who has just that one hit, single and a walk, line out and a ground out. Shows bunt, brings it back, pitches a called strike, 0-1. Lessentine ready to go. Pitch is a little bit low, and Evans snapped out of her stance, maybe for a pickoff throw to first, but holds on to it. Count stays 1-1. Keeping the outfield pretty active here. Herrera running in from center to cover second. Ruiz coming in from left field to back up third base. Lined off and foul off the screen, 1-2. Into the lineup, here's the pitch. Fouled off, and count will remain 1-2. First and second here for Mayfield with nobody out. And back in the box is Gamboa ready to go. Lessentine in the circle. Here comes the pitch. And try to go off speed and drop that into the strike zone. Missed just a little bit high, 2-2. would be a heck of a comeback win if the Lady Tigers can do it, but they've got to avoid Mayfield adding on to that 3-run lead. And this one is hit foul, and it'll stay in the field of play, but it will drop up the first base side. And a 2-2 count, and this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. Top of 6. Combined 27 runs between these two teams this evening. Just the second inning alone had 16. And a ground ball to second. Not going to be able to turn 2. A little bit of trouble there for the Granados, I believe, over there at second. Oh, was it Haley? Okay, so Mariah's back behind home plate now. Okay, so they've made switches in a lot of different places. So Haley's over at second. Mariah's back behind home plate. And so ground out 4-3, but it does move the runners up. And that's going to be a called strike on Perez, 0-1. Looking in, and here comes the pitch. Just getting a piece of it, 0-2. Yeah, strikeout would be the best scenario here for Lessentine. She can get that second out. Pondo coming up next has hit the ball well in this game as well. She actually had a single off of Lessentine to open up the last inning. Here comes the 0-2. And just getting a piece of it was Perez. Sends it foul, and we'll do it again. Second and third for the Lady Trojans. And for them, from a, getting, obviously you want to win every game that you play, but from a playoff standpoint, getting a win over Alamogordo will be a positive for them and probably help out their ranking a little bit. Again, fouled off by Perez, this time well out of play. And we keep it 0-2. Lessentine ready to go. Runners on second and third, and another 0-2 count. And this one is hit to center field. It is right to Herrera. Here comes the throw in. It's not going to be in time. That was a good long fly ball to get the sac fly RBI for Perez. There are 2 down, but Mayfield adds on to their lead. They're up 16-12. And the way this game has gone, a 4-run lead, or that one extra one, could make all the difference. Morales stays at second. Hernandez scored on the play. And it'll be Pondo coming to the plate. And she checks swings that she go around. The home plate umpire said no. The field umpire is out behind third. And so it's 1-0 for Pondo. Here comes the pitch. And it's down and in, 2-0. Ground ball to the left side. Kosum's got it. Toss to first is in time. And the inning is over, but Mayfield adds another, and they lead 16-12 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Tuition-free college is just a click away at reachhighernm.com. I'm Higher Education Cabinet Secretary Stephanie Rodriguez, here to invite you to learn more about the New Mexico Opportunity and Lottery Scholarships and how you can pursue college or career training tuition-free starting this fall. Find out which scholarships you qualify for. Find a college near you. Apply and enroll. Get started on your future today at reachhighernm.com. This message is sponsored by the state of New Mexico.
Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back as the Lady Tigers are trailing 16-12, and Alexis Rodriguez will come to the plate. She reached on an error and a hit by pitch, has scored a run in the game. Find yourself ahead in the count 1-0. And that'll be in there for a strike. Rodriguez watching the whole way, 1-1. And line right back up the middle. Base hit for Rodriguez. Gets things started here for the Lady Tigers in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rain Daly would come up for her first hit. Rounded into a couple of fielders' choices and a walk as well. So she's been on all 3 times. She also has an RBI. Here's the wind of the pitch, and that drop ball did not drop there for Ramirez. 1-0. And down and in, it misses. And the count's 2-0. Rodriguez at first. Daly ahead in the count with nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Couldn't quite make contact there. 2-1. End of the wind of the pitch. That comes in, and Daly crumples a little bit after taking that one, and she's going to walk it off up the line, and it'll be runners on first and second with nobody out after the hit batsman. And Daly couldn't quite tell just if it hit her on the inner thigh or if it hit her in the midsection. So coming to the plate, Iselin Ortiz, who has had a big bat in between both the games. She's got 2 RBIs, 2 singles in this one. She had a double and a single and a couple of RBIs in the first game. And she had those against Ramirez. So she definitely has some confidence going against Ramirez here. Mayfield kind of slowing things down with a meeting in the circle and trying to keep things light. You can tell between the second baseman, between Gamboa and, or I should say Morales, Pondo, and Ramirez, and we're ready to go. Ortiz will watch that one miss high, 1-0. The Lady Tigers have managed to get themselves back in this game a couple of times. Need to try to answer back after falling behind, and if anything, if you're behind going into the 7th, you want to try to be 1 to 2 at most. You know, 1-run game, there's so much that can happen that can get you back into it. And that's in there for a called strike. 1-1. 1-1. Line back up the middle, base hit. And they're going to hold Rodriguez at third and load the bases for Maylee Herrera. So Herrera will see the pitch miss low, and it's 1-0. Bases loaded. It's gone single, hit by a pitch, single. And Herrera, who already has 2 hits in the day, trying to come up with another big one. Watch that one in there for a strike, 1-1. That'll bounce back to the catcher. And it'll be 2-1. Didn't get away from the catcher, so we're still bases loaded. 2-1 the count with nobody out. Lady Tigers trailing 16-12 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch from Ramirez. And a ground ball up the middle. Base hits. 1 run will score. And they were going to hold up Daly. And it'll keep the bases loaded and everybody moves station. But the Lady Tigers made it a 3-run game, and it's going to bring up Mariah Granados. The big opportunity here. The base is loaded and nobody out. Mariah is 3 for 4 in this game. 3 singles, 2 runs scored. And this one will deflect off the catcher's mitt to the backstop, but that's not going to be enough to bring the run in there. Took a pretty good carom off the back and right to the catcher. 1-0. And you got to wonder for Ramirez, a little bit of fatigue possibly here. And with the way things are for the Lady Tigers, if they can possibly pull ahead and try to close this one out in the top of the 7th, who knows how this one goes. Granados will get a piece of it, and it'll go to the backstop, 1-1. Herrera at first. You got good speed on the base pass pretty much everywhere. Ortiz at second. Daly at third. 1-1. And that has popped up and out of play up the third base side. Get all the way into the JV baseball field. So it's a 1-2 count. And the base is loaded with nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that is going to skip back to the catcher again. Well done by Enoch to keep that in front of her. That had some velocity on it. And anytime it kind of hits off the ground before it gets to you, that's for the catcher, that could take a bounce anywhere. And she was able to keep that right in her grasp. Granados shoots it out to right field. It's a base hit. Everybody will hold. And the Lady Tigers, it's just a lot of paper cuts here. All singles in the inning, but they're making it happen, and it's a 2-run game. And so Sydney Lessentine, and who else would you rather have up in this spot if you're the Lady Tigers? Lessentine comes up with the bases loaded and nobody out in a 2-run game. And an opportunity to maybe completely break this one open. 16-14. Lessentine will watch that in there for a strike. And Lessentine thought that was inside. I think Coach Ronnie Reyes thought it was as well. Here comes the 0-1. That's down. And the count evens up at 1-1. The Tigers also been really patient in the inning as well. They've not gone after bad pitches. And Lessentine steps in. the 1-1. Oh, Lessentine, she tried to hold off and wasn't able to do so. That was a really nice pitch there from Ramirez. And she got that off-speed drop pitch to work, and it's 1-2. Evans in the on-deck circle. She doubled her last time up. Lessentine trying to make something happen here on a 1-2 pitch. Bases loaded and nobody out. Lessentine back up the middle. That's through. And they are going to send Herrera. She is safe. We're tied. Throw to third. Not in time. Second and third still with nobody out, and it's 16-16. The Lady Tigers have come all the way back to tie this game, trailing 9-1 and 15-8 at points. We're all square, and it's still second and third with nobody out, and we are, I think, going to see a courtesy runner. I believe it's going to be Miranda again. But a 2 RBI single from Lessentine. And Herrera was chugging it around the base pass there. She was on her horse getting around. Granados worked her way to third. It was a close bang-bang play over there. And this is going to be one for Mayfield that they are going to rue the fact that they had such a big lead and weren't able to hold on to it a couple different times. Popped up, should be out of play, and it is for Evans. And this thing's far from over at this point. But for Alamo, you want to have all the momentum heading to the top half. You want the lead right now. You don't have much wind anymore. So if Evans can, and none of these have been especially hard-hit balls, but a ground out to the right side is good enough here. Boy, another good drop pitch there from Ramirez, and it's 0-2. I don't think I've ever called a 16-16 game like this. This is a wild one, y'all. It's a little bit low, and it's 1-2. But I would say definitely a character builder for the Lady Tigers if they can find a way to win this. They looked down and out after that top of the second inning and fought back. And then looked maybe down and out after the top of the third and fought back. Ground ball up the middle, and it's through, base hit. Alamogordo has the lead, and they are going to hold the runner at third. Schlupp. And it's 17-16. Alamogordo on the RBI single from Haley Evans. The first lead of the game for the Lady Tigers since it was 1-0. How about that? Now, if they're going to go back to Hernandez, it looks like here pitching. And Amani Kosum will come to the plate. So Granados scores in the play. Schlupp is the courtesy runner for Lessentine. And, yeah, looks like they're going back to the lefty here. And so we'll have another pitching change. Alamogordo was doing very well against Hernandez a little bit earlier on in the game, but maybe a switch up to the lefty they hope will settle things down. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in New Mexico.
This message presented by the NMAA and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019, 17-16, Alamogordo leads. As they've got 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th, and they still have no outs and runners on 2nd and 3rd, and a 1 hop back to the catcher. They've brought back in Marissa Hernandez. We've seen that on both sides. Alamo started with Ortiz, went to Rodriguez, went back to Ortiz, and then eventually brought Lesentine in when they had a 3-run game. And back to Hernandez here, who can try and get Mayfield out of this jam. And 2-1 now to the Lady Tiger third baseman. Bautista, who has hit the ball big off of Hernandez in this game a lot, is in the on-deck circle. 2-1 the count. High pop-up. Shallow right field should be able to tag. A little bit of a hesitation there. Schlupp's going to come back. It was just on the outfield grass, the edge of the infield. I sort of feel like if she had gone right away, she might have been able to, because it was the second baseman, Pondo, that caught it. And I think it was going to be kind of a difficult throw because she had to range back to get it and have to turn and face to throw home. But I think that's a smart move by Coach Reyes with Bautista in the way that she's hit the ball tonight. Give her a chance with 1 out and runners on 2nd and 3rd. Down and in, it misses. Evans at second. Schlupp at third, and she shoots it out to left field. Base hit, and they are going to send the runner home. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark. Bautista's going to end up at second, but another 2 RBIs for her. We'll give her the single. She advances on the play. But Schlupp scores. She was running for Lesentine. And Evans scores on the play as well. And Alamogordo now has a 3-run lead, 19-16, getting that insurance. And we will keep it going here in the 6th inning as Alexis Rodriguez, who singled to open up the inning, comes to the plate with a runner on second. And if I'm Alamo, I try to put up as much as I can here to add on to that lead. 7 runs home in the inning for the Lady Tigers. 2 innings in this game, they've scored 7 runs apiece. 0-1 the count. Shot to right field, foul ball. Just shot it up that first base line, but couldn't quite get it to fall in. And Rodriguez will come back to the plate 0-2. Bautista will head back to the bag at second. 1 out, 2 strikes. Rain Daly's in the on-deck circle. She already hit this inning. Gone on with a hit-by-pitch and eventually came around and scored. Outside, it misses. 1-2. Now, I wouldn't dare to say that Mayfield's out of this. I mean, Alamo, that's what I'm saying. If I'm Alamo, I'm trying to put on as much as I can here with the way Mayfield's swung the bat today. Fouled off by Rodriguez, and the count will stay 1-2. I feel a little bit more confident with Alamo just based on, Lesentine pitched really well in the first game, and she's pitched pretty solidly since she's come into this one in the 5th inning. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2, but I thought with Ramirez coming back in that Mayfield would be able to stabilize a little bit, and that was not the case. A lot of fight here from the Lady Tigers tonight. 2-2. That misses low, and it goes full now. So after falling behind the count 0-2 and fighting off a couple pitches, Rodriguez has worked it back to a full count. Three and 2. Shot to right field. Caught, and Bautista will head back to second. It was well hit there from Rodriguez, but another nice play in right field. The outfielders for Mayfield have made some really strong plays tonight. That was hard hit from Rodriguez, but just not to the right spot. And Rain Daly will come up again to try to add on at least one more insurance run for the Lady Tigers. 2 down now in the bottom of the 6th. Alamogordo leads 19-16. And a foul off. That'll be 0-1. And Daly will step in. Bautista still at second. She gave Alamogordo the 3-run lead with her 2 RBI double. And a swing and a miss. And that good off-speed drop pitch from actually, no, that's not Ramirez this time. Hernandez with her off-speed stuff there. And Daly will step back in. She's looking for her first hit of the day. Be a good spot to grab it. The 0-2. Check swing, holds off, pitch misses low and away, and it's 1-2. 11th hitter of the inning for the Lady Tigers. With 7 runs home and just 1 extra base hit in all of that. All the rest of them were singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total hits in the inning. Daly again held off on another off-speed pitch, 2-2. So badly wanted to go around on that one, but she was able to keep the bat on her shoulder. Count even at 2 with 2 outs and a runner on second. Alamogordo has taken lead for the first time since it was 1-0 in the first inning. And a ground ball to the right side, and it'll be grabbed by Pondo. Toss to first, and that'll end the inning. But the Lady Tigers have got the lead. They can finish it off in the top of the 7th. Lessentine going to come in to try to finish this one out. What a wild game 2 of this doubleheader. It's Alamogordo 19, Mayfield 16, and we'll come back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Hometown pride. At the Winner's Circle, we've got a lot of it. Your one-stop shop for high school sports apparel, letter jackets, polos, hats, and so much more. Get custom embroidery, special t-shirt prints, and plaques. Need something for your business, team, or personal use? We've got you covered.
Hey, this is Alfred.
This is Angelo
From the Winner's Circle. It's time to get out and support Alamogordo Tigers and all area teams. Stop by for a Tiger t-shirt and let's fill the stands.
Go Tigers! Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. It's going to take me like a week to try to add up all the stats in this game. I'll try and do it between, hopefully it's between this half inning, and we're not talking about going to the bottom of the 7th. And Sydney Lessentine is going to try to finish this off. She came in the 5th inning and has been solid. She's only allowed the 1 run. Thought that might make a difference. Alamogordo, with their bats, scored 7 in the home half. I'll have to look back. I don't remember the last time Alamogordo, in a game that went the full 7 innings where they've scored 19 runs. It's been a while. Lessentine's first pitch, right in there for a strike. On Lotta, it's 0-1. Here comes the wind and the pitch. And going to miss outside on the next offering, 1-1. Lotta's had a good game. Single, double, RBI, 3 runs scored. And I'll say no way did I thought after that top of the 2nd inning that we'd be in the top of the 7th with Alamogordo in front. And Mayfield's going to try to answer back. Base hit up the middle. And then some trouble in the outfield. And it's going to put the runner at second. It would appear. Yep. So a single for Lotta. She advances to second on the misplay by Herrera in center. And Mayfield's in business here with the runner on second and nobody out. And it'll be Ronnie Gallegos who walked, but she has been the big bat. And Well, if you're Mayfield and you're down by 3 runs, I don't know who else you'd want at the plate in this game because she has been the big stick. Grand slam home run, 3-run home run, and the first pitch misses 1-0. She's walked and reached on an error in her other 2 tries. The 1-0. Ground ball, and that'll be snagged by Evans at second. Toss on to first, and they get the out. And if you're Alamo, you want outs. If there's another ground ball in the infield, you let that run score from third, no problem. That's how big that picking up those extra runs. I mean, here's the difference in the game. If Alamo doesn't get that 2 RBI double from Bautista, you know, the pressure's ratcheted up big here with that runner on third and 1 down. Emma Enoch comes up, I believe. Or do we have a pinch hitter? Yeah, it is Enoch again. First pitch misses 1-0. Enoch, a single back in the second, reached on an error, ground out strikeout in her other tries today. 5th at-bat of the day. And here comes the 1-0. Fouled off, out of play. As it heads over the first base side. Runner on third, 1 out, a 1-1 count. And Alamo up by 3. Here's the pitch. Line shot, base hit. And the run will score, and it's 19-17. And it'll bring up Layla Lazarin. 2 strikeouts, 2 groundouts in her 4 plate appearances. Lessentine gets a swing and a miss, 0-1. Lazarin going to step back in. Runner at first is Enoch. The 0-1. And gets a piece of it. And it's 0-2. Top of the order with Hernandez, who's had a very good game. 2 walks, 3 singles. 4 runs scored. Kind of game you want out of your leadoff hitter every time. That top of the order is certainly the more dangerous part of the order. The 0-2. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 2 down. And the Lady Tigers are an out away from an improbable victory here, up 19-17. And if you are just tuning in, a game where they trailed 9-1 and 15-8. And we're down 16-12 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. And they finish it off here. Hernandez has been difficult to get out. It's her 6th at-bat today. First pitch is going to miss. A little bit low, a little bit away. 1-0. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ground ball left side. A little bit of trouble. Toss on to second. Did not get her and will stay alive here as that one ate up Ortiz a little bit at short. And that's been something we've seen a lot on both sides in this game. Lady Tigers still just need the 1 out. And Jackie Morales comes to the plate. Single and 2 RBIs back in the second. A walk, a pop out, a ground out, and a ground out. And she comes up with her 6th at-bat. Popped up and out of play, 0-1. First and second with 2 out. And after all those foul outs, we need a couple more balls to come in. And Lessentine gets one from the dugout, and Coach Reyes will shoot one into the home plate umpire as well. All right, we're ready to go. An 0-1 count to Morales. That's in there for a called strike, and the Lady Tigers are a strike away from wrapping this one up. 0-2. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Top of the 7th, and Alamogordo leading 19-17. The pitch. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Count remains 0-2. Third pitcher in this game for the Lady Tigers. Ortiz started. They went to Rodriguez, went back to Ortiz, and Lessentine has been in since the 5th. Down and away, it misses. Runners are going to advance to second and third. That one really didn't miss by a whole lot, and now that could make a big difference here. If this one gets into the outfield, we could have a tie ball game. We've had that happen a few times in this game, so we'll see what happens. Maybe Lessentine can get the strikeout here. Here comes the 1-2. Down and away, and it's 2-2. Addison Gamboa in the on-deck circle. Lady Tigers trying to close this one out. I mean, again, with this game, it would almost be apropos if Mayfield found a way to get back and tie this. Ground ball to the left side. Kosum's got it. Throw to first, and the Lady Tigers win it. 19-17, 5-3 on the putout to end the game. And what a come-from-behind victory for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers as they get the victory. 19-17 your final. We will come back and wrap this one up after a quick break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Cheers to 70 years, Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU is celebrating 70 years with 70 giveaways in 2023. 52 weekly giveaways, 12 monthly giveaways, 4 quarterly giveaways, 1 annual meeting giveaway, and 1 70th celebration giveaway. Be sure to check out OFCU's social media pages for eligibility or visit their website at oterofcu.org. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Tularosa Communication is now offering the smart Wi-Fi with built-in network security and enhanced parental controls. Do you have kids at home that you want to protect from overexposure on the internet? Block content, set internet time limits, or app and website restrictions for each family member in the house. Get notified when you have a network intrusion and reroute bandwidth to devices that matter the most, all from an app on your phone. Take control of your internet with Tularosa Communications. Visit tularosa.net or call 585-2700 for more information.
I just need a fresh start with my finances.
Hey, this is Rita at Local Credit Union. Keeping your head above water can be hard. Where do you start? Here at Loco, we're helping our members combine their debt, reduce their payments into one monthly payment. In some cases, it'll get you some extra money for those unexpected expenses. Here at Local Credit Union, we make it easy. Simply go online to localcreditunion.com and apply, or stop by 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, let's see what we can do for you. Federally insured, NCUA.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo with an amazing 19-17 win. They again trailed 9-1 in this game. They also trailed by a score of 15-8 at one point, 16-12, and they managed to come back and get the victory. I wasn't able to add up the stats between the break. There are just so many. But needless to say, Amelia Herrera went 3 for 5. Mariah Granados went 4 for 5 in the game. Sydney Lessentine was 2 for 4, and she had 3 RBIs. Herrera had 3 RBIs. Granados had 1. Haley Evans had an RBI and went 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Herrera also had a triple, by the way. Let's see here. Monty Kosum had an RBI and a ground out. She also scored a run. Alyssa Bautista went 4 for 5 with 6 RBIs in the game. Alexis Rodriguez went 1 for, let's see, 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Rain Daly had an RBI went 0 for 3, 2 runs scored. Ice Ortiz had 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored and was 3 for 4 on the day. I'm not even trying to figure out the pitching stats. That was, I'm trying to remember who was in when, and I think Ice was in for all the runs in the second inning, and then Alexis was in for the runs in the third. Ice was in for the run in the fourth. Sid got the run in the sixth. Wild game. Wild game. 19-17, Alamogordo finishes off the sweep of Mayfield, and they will for sure finish second place in district now, barring a crazy down the stretch here against Las Cruces and Gadsden. But I feel like they've got the toughest games in their district behind them now. So Lady Tigers winners 19-17. If you stuck with us all night long, boy, kudos to you. It has been a long evening of softball. We certainly appreciate it and joining us. Alamogordo baseball did fall in the second game of their doubleheader, 8-2. So they lost 4-1 and 8-2 to Mayfield tonight. Tularosa baseball swept Capitan 17-3 and 7-3. Tularosa softball defeated Mescalero Apache 16-1 was the final score in that game. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We certainly hope that you'll be with us with our next Tiger broadcast on Monday. It'll be Alamogordo softball as they take on Las Cruces in a single game. And I'll be with you on the roundup tomorrow from 2 p.m. Recap all stuff with the latest in high school sports for you guys. Have a great night, everybody. And make sure you keep it here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for becoming mostly clear and windy. In Alamogordo, expect an overnight low of 50. Cloudcroft, an overnight low of 36. For tomorrow, we're looking at sunny skies, but still windy. In Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 73, low of 46. For Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 54 and an overnight low of 33.